my name's Aaron. Guitars here. So, I have a song I was gonna do today called Homebody by Homebody by Napalm on the record Needle Paw, which I pulled out, which took me forever to find. For whatever reason, it was stuck in the back of my record place, but it's a great record. Has some really interesting, cool songs on it. The first song and the last song are interesting, and that's really probably all I'll say about that. It's kind of one of those things where form your own opinion about it, but to describe it a little bit, it's kind of just some like ambient sounding music with this who I believe is an Aboriginal singer or songwriter singing over the top of it, and it's a little atonal, and yeah, it's an interesting piece. Everything on here is really cool though. Even that, it's not something I would like turn on in the car or like listen to purposefully all the time, but it's certainly got adds an interesting vibe to the song, and Napalm's a really interesting artist, so I'm not surprised that she would do something that interesting is the word I'm going to keep using. But yeah, it's a really great record. It has some interesting art. Kind of almost well, I'm terrible at art, but it's certainly like abstract and what is that? Formism? I don't know. I have no clue. But it's cool. Great record. Check it out. But this song Homebody is on the record. It's a really cool guitar-based song. If you want to, the song is originally played on electric guitar. If you want to play it on electric guitar, just literally go straight into your amp. Like, it's a super clean signal. There's zero effects. Probably turn your amp down. Like, you don't want a whole lot of gain. It's mega clean. It's because it's originally played on electric guitar. I'm playing it on my classical guitar. The classical guitar is beautiful. It makes everything sound beautiful. It's much like a piano in that way. So, and yeah, this song has a lot of cool, interesting chords, but with more simple chord shapes. And it's actually a really good like connection not segue, because segue happens before. But this it connects well with a video I did in the past about movable chords, because there are a lot of and drone notes, but there aren't a lot of drone notes in the song. But there's a lot of movable chords going on in it, and so I'll try to highlight those. But most of this is just about getting through the song and stuff. So we start here with a B9 sus4, which is just a full bar across your second fret. It's a big, full, pretty cool, good sounding chord, but it's a super simple shape. It's just a full bar across your second fret, except your E string. You're not playing that. So B9 sus4 to G sharp minor 7, which is a full bar across the 4th fret, and then your pinky is your pinky's on the 6th fret of your A string. Then you go back to B9 sus4, and then you come up here to G sharp minor 7, and you're going to do like a lick over it. So there you got 7th fret B string, 4th fret high E string, which is already fretted by your pointer finger, back to 7th fret B string, then 5th fret B string, and then to your next chord. So that little section. And then you're going to F sharp minor 7, which is the same shape as G sharp minor 7. You're just moving it down 2 frets. So it's a full bar across the 2nd fret, and then a 4th fret A string needs to be fretted. And to C sharp 9 sus4, and to B9 sus4, or B9 sus4 is this one. I apologize. I should play F sharp minor 7. B9 sus4 is your full bar across the 2nd fret, no E string. And then do C sharp minor 9, which is an interesting chord, and fingering of the chord is really pretty. I like this chord a lot. But you got 4th fret A string fretted with your middle finger. Your pointer finger's back in the 2nd fret of your D string. Your ring finger is at the 4th fret of your B string, or no, I'm sorry, your G string. Then your pinky is at the 4th fret of your B string. So you do that. And and that's that basically just gets repeated as kind of like a guitar interlude to the next section. So. I'm just gonna play it once. So that probably sounded like the whole first part is instrumental. It's not. The first verse is over the first section of those chords, and then you repeat the section of the chords. That's the interlude, and then you go into the next section, which is higher fret up here around the 9th fret. So the first chord of that section is an E6 over B, which sounds complicated, but it's not. It's just a fret across the 9th, or a bar across the 9th fret. And you're not playing your A or your E strings. You're just playing your top 4 strings. And then C sharp minor 9. It's the same chord as earlier, it's just a different way to play it. You get this like W shape with your hands. But what we got going on here is our middle finger is on the 11th fret of the D string. Our pointer finger is back on the 9th fret of the G string, 12th fret, pinky, on the B string, and then your 11th fret on the high E string is being fretted with your ring finger. So and then C sharp minor, which is just kind of like a normal C sharp minor is, but this is just kind of a smaller version. You're not playing your E or your A string. I got some decent harmonics out of my 9th fret. I didn't know I could do that on this guitar. Anyway, you're just playing your top 4 strings again. So it's kind of like that first bar, the E6 over B. You're just fretting the 11th fret of your D string as well. And then from there, you're going down back to B9 sus4, which is that full bar 2nd fret, except your E string chord. You're going to play a little lick over it. So you got 4th fret. So when you come down here, kind of strum it, hit the 4th fret of your high E string, back to 2nd fret of your high E string, 5th fret B string, and then your next chord. So G sharp minor 7, so where we go from there, and then A major 7. You can play this a couple different ways. I like to play it like this just because it's closer, but you go from G sharp minor 7 to A major 7, which you can either play like this or like this. Some people play it, I mean, you can even play it like this because your A is your root, but I wouldn't get used to that because this is a movable chord and it's nice to get used to that shape. So my camera stopped on me. So we're at the A major 7 portion. What I'm doing here, and what you can do, you can use your thumb to hit your root. Some people do that. It's a little bit unnecessary if you ask me, although you could use it to like also get more extensions. But anyway, A major 7. You got your pointer finger on the 5th fret of your E string, ring fingers on the 6th fret of your D string, pinkies on the 6th fret of your G string, and your middle fingers on the 5th fret of your B string. You can also play it like this, open, which is kind of just like a normal A major chord, except you're moving your G string back 1 fret, and to do that, you got your middle finger on the 2nd fret of your D string, your pointer fingers back on the 1st fret of your G string, and your ring fingers on the 2nd fret of your D string. So we got G sharp minor 7, A major 7, F sharp minor 7, and then B9 sus4 to take us into the next section, which is the home is where, whoops, where you don't have to carry all of the worry. You don't have to bury all of the memory. And what we got going on there, starting from the F sharp minor 7, we go F sharp minor 7, G sharp minor 7, A major 7, and then to G7, which is G minor 7, but we got the 5th fret of our G string fretted with our, with your middle finger, and then to A major 7, and then to G sharp minor 7, and to F sharp minor 7, back to G sharp 7, A major 7, G sharp minor 7, F sharp minor 7, and then B9 sus4 to kind of end out that section again. And then here, hold on love, hold on love, hold on love. They kind of do this like rising vocal section, and I like to raise the chords accordingly, but on the chord chart that I look at sometimes, that I'm looking at and look at sometimes to remember how to play the song, they do B9 sus4, G sharp minor 7, B9 sus4, G sharp minor 7. I think they just go back and forth once, and then, but what I do is B9 sus4, hold on love, G sharp minor 7, hold on love, A major 7, hold on love, and then this chord up here, hold on love, which is some chord, I don't know, I just kind of found it, but your pinky is at the 11th fret of your A string, your middle finger is at the 9th fret of your D string, your pointer finger is at the 8th fret of your G string, and then your ring finger is at the 9th fret of your B string. I find that following the vocals like that, kind of, it sounds nice to me. Oh, legs asleep again. But then from there you go back down to F sharp minor, or B9 sus4, I'm sorry. Go back down to B9 sus4, up to G sharp minor 7, B9 sus4, C sharp minor 9, and this is the after the hold on the hold on the hold on the hold on the to G sharp minor 7, B9 sus4, each other, C sharp minor 9, sorry about my singing, when you can, B9 sus4, G sharp minor 7, B9 sus4, and then back to that first leg, F sharp minor 7, C sharp 9 sus4, B9 sus4, and then C sharp minor 9, the original fingering. And if you notice, when you get to can on that like verse section, hold on each other when you, that is a repetition of the first chord progression, that one that you repeat in the beginning. And then from there, after your C sharp minor 9, you are then going to a similar section as the second section, I would call it, up near the 9th fret, where you got your E6 over B. It starts the same, it ends a little differently. So E6 over B, which is that 9th fret bar chord, C sharp minor 9, which is the W shape chord, and C sharp minor. Am I on the right fret? No. I thought that sounded a little high. So E6 over B, actually on the 9th fret, C sharp minor 9, C sharp minor, back down here to the second leg, G sharp minor 7, A major 7, F sharp minor 7, B9 sus4, and then this takes you into kind of like the final section, which you go to F sharp minor 9, and a little aside about this section is another thing that they do in this chord chart is they go straight from F sharp minor 9 to the E major 7. And the F sharp minor, here, I'll show you the chords first. So F sharp minor 9, you got your middle finger on the 2nd fret of your low E string, your pointer, or I'm sorry, your ring finger is on the 2nd fret of your D string, your pointer finger is back on the 1st fret of your G string, and then your pinky is on the 2nd fret of your B string, giving you this pretty chord. I like that chord. But they say go straight from this chord to the next chord, which is an E major 7, but if you listen to the song, it goes to meet you with the answer. The vocals kind of rise, and it's kind of a similar thing as the other thing that I do differently is I kind of want to follow the vocals. So instead of staying on F sharp minor 9, you go up to G sharp minor 7, and then to E major 7. last section to put it all together is like time will always come around to meet you with the answer. And what I did there, and what you can kind of get away with, is playing F sharp minor 7 instead of F sharp minor 9, but it is F sharp minor 9, and I think it sounds a little better. It's a pretty chord. The answer. And the final section is the same. Is in your body. I don't know if I showed the E major 7. The E major 7 is a open low E string. Your second fret, it's basically an E major chord, but your D string is moving back 1 fret to D sharp. So you got low E chord, low E string open, second fret A string, first fret D string, first fret G string, open B, open E. It's a really pretty chord. I like it. Very contemplative chord with that G sharp in there. So you got F sharp minor 9, G sharp minor 7 is in your body, E major 7, and then and then tap it's better on electric guitar. Tap 4th fret B string, you'll get another D sharp in there for a little extra crunch and dissonance and contemplation. Oops, that was 5th fret. Sounds like kind of classical, but yeah, that's basically the whole song. It's kind of an involved song, but like as far as the notes and the chords go, but it's not super intimidating. The chords aren't, like the shapes of the chords aren't super intimidating. It just takes time, and I wanted to learn this song really badly. It's a beautiful song. So excellent like vocal melodies, and the guitar is cool too. It's a great guitar part. Awesome chords going together, some cool modulation going on in some of the sections. So yeah, hope that was helpful. Napalm, Needle Paw. I can't recommend Napalm or her band HIatus Kaiyote enough. They're so good, and well worth whatever you pay for the record. Most people probably don't pay for it, but it's a great record. Some really good songs. She does a great version of the Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland. She does a great version of that. When the Knife is a great song. And then some HIatus Kaiyote stuff she does, like Crossfire and Atari and Molasses and Breathing Underwater. She does a great version of Borderline with My Atoms. That's one of my favorite songs. The full band song is really super good, though. I love that song. So yeah, awesome song. Napalm's the best. Check her out. If this was helpful, let me know. If it was not helpful, let me know. I'm noticing I went through it pretty quickly, so if there's any questions, let me know. But there's a lot to dive into in this song, and I find it's mostly just helpful to give you the chord shapes and do a little bit of figuring out yourself. Listen to the song, get an idea for the rhythm of the chords. I tried to put them into context, but I might not have done the best job. So yeah, but that's all I can think to talk about the song. Get the record, listen to Napalm, learn the song, and have a good day.